We've looked at signs, houses and planets, and gained understanding on the energy and nature of these defining elements on a chart. Aspects, however, are the circuitry that wire the chart up. Aspects define relationships between planets, and these relationships link signs and houses, creating an interplay of energies that breathe life into astrology. Aspects are based on angles, and aspects either flow harmoniously or grind against one another based on the angle between the planets. Each house of the zodiac is divided into 30 degrees, and planets are positioned onto one of those degrees depending on the position of the planet at the time the natal chart is recording. Each type of aspect is a difference in degrees between planets. For example, a trine is a distance of 120 degrees on a chart, so if the Sun was at 20 degrees of the 9th house and the Moon was at 20 degrees of the 6th house, they would be in a perfect trine with one another. Each aspect also has what is called an orb, an allowable distance or a margin of error. A tribe has an orb of 10 degrees either side, so an aspect can still be called a trine if the planets are 110 or 130 degrees apart from one another. However, the wider the gap from a true 120 degrees, the weaker the aspect will be. If the Sun was at 20 degrees of the 9th house but the Moon was at 23 degrees, the distance would be 117 degrees, but still within the 10-degree orb a trine allows. However, it would be slightly weaker than a trine of 120 degrees. A 112-degree trine would be weaker still, and the trine would completely break at 109 or 131 degrees. And if the planets in the trine were weaker planets or planets that are poorly aspected, the orb would not be a full 10 degrees. You don't need to calculate a chart by hand anymore like the astrologers of the old world, but if you're solely looking at a grid in an astrology app or program without paying attention to the degrees the planets sit on, then you may be giving more emphasis to an aspect than it deserves, so please be aware. Aspects on a chart reveal critical information. They show where your strengths may be or where luck may reside on your chart, and the houses where these fortune points can manifest. They can reveal how you compensate for weaknesses, or friction points where you may lose your temper or get out of your depth. And they can point to where career happiness and fulfillment may lie for you, where love or healthy friendships are to be found, and how you may sabotage these opportunities when they come your way. And they can tell you why you keep finding yourself in frustrating or self-defeating patterns. They can tell you where to invest your energy, both in the outside world and in yourself. Every day the planets on our chart are moving. Understanding and being able to interpret aspects are key to leveraging life changes or preparing for the road ahead, and aspects play a vital role in predictive astrology. In this section we're going to break down aspects, and this will provide the final piece of the puzzle that is natal astrology.